Picture this. The world's most successful people all share a secret, a mindset so revolutionary it transforms their challenges into stepping stones. Imagine unlocking that same power to reshape your life, no matter where you are. In the next 7 minutes, we're diving into a perspective so fresh, so game changing, it'll have you questioning everything you've been told about success, happiness, and meaning. Stick with me because by the end, you won't just watch, you'll think differently. Let's start with a universal truth. Life is messy, unpredictable, and full of expectations, most of which we didn't even set for ourselves. How often do we pause to ask, are these expectations even mine? Society, culture, and even well meaning friends and family subtly shape how we see the world, what we value, and what we chase. Take happiness, for example. People say, I just want to be happy, as if happiness is a destination waiting at the end of some mythical journey. But here's the twist. When you place happiness in the future, you're creating a gap, a space where discontent quietly festers. You're telling yourself, I'll be happy when in reality, happiness doesn't live in the when. Happiness is in the now. It's in the moments we often overlook, the warmth of sunlight on your face, the fleeting smile from a stranger, or the satisfaction of solving a small problem. But we're conditioned to think those moments don't count. Why? Because they're not grand, not Instagram worthy, not the kind of happiness society celebrates. Yet they're real, they're present, they're enough. But here's the thing, living in the now doesn't mean abandoning ambition. It's not about giving up on dreams or goals. It's about releasing the grip of shoulds and have-tos that distort our vision. Consider how often we say, I should be further along by now, or I have to achieve this, or I'll fail. These statements don't just pressure us, they limit us. You don't have to work towards happiness. You simply are. You don't have to find meaning. Life simply is. Quick pause. If you're finding this perspective refreshing, imagine how much more we can uncover together. Hit that like button to support these ideas and subscribe to stay on this journey of discovery. Your mind deserves this kind of expansion. Now let's jump back in. But what does that look like in practice? It means embracing the duality of existence, being content with where you are while still striving for growth. Think about it. Can you work hard, push boundaries, and pursue excellence while simultaneously letting go of the anxiety that comes with it? The answer is yes, but it requires a shift in mindset. Let's talk about the stories we tell ourselves. Every word we speak shapes how we think. For example, have you ever caught yourself saying, I'll never be good at this, or this just isn't for me? Those phrases seem harmless, but they act like seeds, planting doubts that grow roots in your reality. Instead of labeling something as good or bad, what if we removed the label entirely? What if we simply said, this is where I am right now? Removing judgment creates space for growth, learning, and unexpected outcomes. It's not about pretending everything is perfect. It's about accepting imperfection as part of the process. Here's a practical way to implement this. Imagine if every morning, instead of chasing a goal, you said, I'll live today fully. No qualifiers, no conditions. Would it change how you approach your work, your relationships, or even your struggles? Let's take work as an example. Most people approach work as a means to an end, earning money, gaining recognition, or achieving status. But what if work wasn't just about outcomes? What if it became an opportunity to express yourself, to create, to contribute? Even the most mundane tasks can carry meaning when approached with intention. Now let's expand this further. Think about relationships. How often do we measure the quality of our connections by milestones, anniversaries, gifts, or public declarations? But real connection isn't found in grand gestures. It's found in presence. It's in listening without waiting to reply, in noticing the small details, in being there even when it's inconvenient. This brings us to the idea of meaning itself. People often say, I'm searching for meaning, as if it's some elusive treasure waiting to be discovered. But meaning isn't fixed. It's not something you find, it's something you create. Let me share an example. Imagine someone who builds their life around the idea of success. To them, success equals a certain amount of money, recognition, or achievements. They spend years chasing this vision, sacrificing time, energy, and sometimes even relationships. But when they achieve it, they often feel empty. Why? Because the meaning they attached to success was external, not internal. Real fulfillment isn't tied to a checklist, it's tied to living authentically, free from external validation. It's about aligning your actions with your values, even if those values don't fit society's mold. Let's take a moment to think about the expectations you've been carrying. Are they truly yours, or have they been handed down by society, family, or culture? What if you let go of the need to prove anything to anyone, including yourself? This isn't about abandoning accountability or responsibility. It's about recognizing that your worth isn't tied to performance or approval. Imagine the freedom of waking up every day without the weight of proving yourself. What would you do differently? How would you feel? Freedom lies in this shift when you stop trying to deserve success or happiness and start simply doing without judgment, without fear. And that's the ultimate shift, moving from living for outcomes to living for the process. It's not about what you gain, it's about who you become along the way. If this resonated with you, take a moment to subscribe by clicking the logo, check out these recommended videos, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Let's rewrite the narrative together. Until next time, remember, life just is, and that's more than enough.